What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about installing MongoDB, a NoSQL database. We're going to be installing it so that way we could create down the line a RESTful API. It's going to be a to-do app, and we're going to be incorporating everything we've learned from the previous. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, check the little info card up above. That's going to give you a playlist and some other videos. But without further ado, let's get right into the video. Oh man, we're getting into the big leagues now. Databases. Alright, first things first, we're going to kick things off with installing. We're going to install MongoDB. I actually uninstalled it from my computer so that way we could just go through it together. So we're going to go to mongodb.com. And if you're a Windows Linux, I'm gonna try to actually teach you where to go. Let me go back one. Right here, just click on Get MongoDB. Go to server, not cloud, because you can create an instance of a cloud, but we're not going to be dealing with this right now because, I mean, if you mess something up, you're going to have to like restart everything. So let's go to server. It's going to be downloaded on our local machine. And your OS, if you have Ubuntu or, Debian, or if you know how to install it. If you're a Linux guy, you should know how to install it by terminal. But here's the Mac OS. I'm a Windows, so I'm going to be downloading the Windows. And I'm just get the current release, the 4.04. It doesn't really matter which one you get. So click download. It's going to download. Yes, save file. Oh, there it goes. I'm open that up. Okay. Run it. Next. I accept. Next. Now, guys, if you're actually in Apple, you don't go through this, all right? You could just skip forward, and I will tell you a timestamp. Just skip forward once you have that done. But if you're Windows, stick with this. Go to custom and actually see where the thing is at, where the because this is going to be important. So you go back. If you want to just keep on put it in another location, you could do that. But I'm just keep it right here. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna just put complete. Do not mess with any of this. Just go next, install. And you're going to get this pop up. Just say yes. Finish. All right. So this is for everybody now, Apple, Linux. You can actually go inside the directory with your terminal, go inside, navigate inside your terminal to the directory that you actually went into. For me, it was C, program files, Mongo. Where is that at? MongoDB. In here, we're gonna actually open up my CMD from in here. Windows guys, Apple, Linux, do however you can. Just open up your terminal from here. For Windows, Shift right click. And you're going to get the open PowerShell window. If you have an older version, you're going to just get open CMD. Minimize that. Now, in here, you're going to just type in Mongo, and you're going to look for the executable file, .exe. If you're an Apple or Linux, you can literally just type in Mongo. It doesn't matter. But for us, Windows, we have to do the .exe. Once you press enter, you should get this. Similar like if you just press node and you can start writing JavaScript inside your terminal. This is Mongo. Now we could actually start writing Mongo syntax inside of here. So just to see if things are running and we have actually everything set up, we're going to just run a couple of things. So the first command we're going to actually write in here is going to actually create a database and insert something into it. So db dot, I'm gonna call it to do's. This is a database. Actually, this is the collection that we want to create. Not a database. Sorry, guys. It's a collection that we want to create, and we're gonna insert one thing. So inside of the parentheses is going to be an object. I'm gonna just put text. I'm gonna put making a MongoDB video. Once that's done, I misspelled DB, but okay, Mongo. I misspelled that. Yeah. Oh well. Once it's done, just press enter, and you should get right result 1, inserted 1, which is we just inserted 1, and then we're gonna just print it out to the screen. So db dot todos dot find with empty parentheses, empty arguments, and you should get an object back with an ID, with this long ID, and your text, or the other thing that you made, the text, the property, and the value. Text, making a monv video, I guess. Anyways, now that we have that in place, we're actually going to connect the database with a Node application. So let's do that right now. And before we do that though, we do need to install a driver. So we're gonna, in Google, we're gonna just search Node MongoDB native, and this is gonna give us a driver. Yeah. So it tells you how to actually do things and how to connect to a database. We're gonna go up on top to top documentation, click on that, and we're gonna install. Well, you're gonna get the latest one anyways, which is a 3.1 driver. We're gonna go to the API, and this is where it tells you all the things you can do with MongoDB. Object IDs. You could get a find operators. Or you can do a lot of things basically. So we're gonna install this driver. So let's open up your text editor. I'm gonna open mine up. Close all that, close this, close that, close that. So I already made a file in here. It's called, a folder. It's called Node to do API. I don't have anything in there. We're gonna make a file. We're gonna call it test mongo.js. And this is where we're gonna, create our stuff. But before we do that, remember guys, we do need to add the driver. We're gonna npm install Mongo. I'm pretty sure you could do it ahead. You could do that ahead of me since I already told you. npm I install Mongo, and make sure you're in the folder that you created it in. So I need to navigate in there first. Actually, yeah. And we're gonna get node to do API, and then npm init, because I need to create the package.json, default through all that. And then npm I mongo db -- save. Now that we have that there, we're gonna call it over here. We're gonna call it Mongo client equals require MongoDB MongoDB, and we're gonna get the Mongo client function from there. All right, now we're gonna make a connection to our database. So Mongo client.connect, and this is gonna take in 3 parameters. Okay, the first one is where is the server of the Mongo being hosted at, and it's MongoDB / localhost and then the port number, which is the same for everybody, 27017 / and then you're gonna name your database whatever you want it to name it. We're gonna name it to do at. And the second one is an object. It's going to be called use new URL parser. We're going to set that to true. And then the third one is going to be the callback from everything. So if you get an error or if we get the client back. All right. So if we get an error, we're going to return a log, unable to connect to MongoDB server. Let me just change this. All right. If we don't get an error, we're going to just log out. Connected to MongoDB server. Control save. All right, now we're gonna see if we're gonna be able to connect to our thing. So if you go down here and run it, use new. I think it's just let me just get rid of it right now. I forget what it is. Use new URL parser. Well, I did have that, I'm pretty sure, but this is the right way of doing it, guys, I guess. Control save. It's because this is why I didn't want to get this. I didn't want to get the error. So if we actually do it now. Oh, unable to connect to MongoDB server. Okay, you might be getting this because we don't have the server, the MongoDB server running. If you're not getting this, that means you do have a MongoDB server. I could prove that. If you just open up your task manager, open up and you go down here in background processes because the server runs in the background. You should look for MongoDB. Something Mongo server. You should have it right here. Someone. I don't have it. That's why I'm getting the error. So for those of you that are getting this error, what we're going to do is go back into our drive, the one where we have our Mongo installed, our Mongo at right here. We're gonna open a PowerShell and we're gonna type in MongoD.exe. And this should start up our server, as you see right now, waiting for connections on port 27017. So now we have our server running, so we should be able to open up. Oh, by the way, if it's waiting, look, mine's gonna wait for a very long time. So what we're gonna do is open up a new one and connect by just doing it Mongo.exe. Okay, you do that. It's trying to connect here too. Get rid of this. So if you just restart your server, no wonder it's taking a while. I don't know why, but if you just restart your server, it's gonna actually connect you to it. Now if you actually do it over here, connected to MongoDB server. That's great. And actually tells you over here how it's connected. See, we're doing it from Node.js. All right. Awesome, guys. Now we have successfully connected to our MongoDB server. I'm gonna change this to. Now we're gonna just do one more thing, and that's going to be add a collection. So db.collection. We're gonna call it to-dos. Insert one. Okay. And then we're gonna insert an object. We're gonna do text, something to do, comma, completed. I'm gonna say false for this. I mean, this is just an object, guys. You can put in here whatever you want. I'm just saying my text is going to be something to do. Did we complete that? No, so I just put false. I mean, it's pretty simple. So after this, it takes in a function. After we insert one, we're going to take a callback saying if it's an error or if we actually succeeded. So if error, we're going to return log out unable to add to do. Over here, I don't know why I keep on the semicolon. If it's not an error, we're gonna log out JSON dot stringify the result dot ops, which is going to return the docs that we sent in. So this object is considered a doc. If we had multiple docs, it would return all the docs that we created, but we're only doing one, so it's going to return one. We're going to do an undefined here, and we're going to put 2. So these 2 extra objects or 2 extra parameters I'm adding in is, this one is a filter function. All right, the stringify filter function sucks. It sucks really bad. I never use it, so I just put undefined always, and this is going to indent the object by 2. Okay, so it's gonna make it look nice and pretty when it comes out in the terminal. Okay, so if we and before we do anything, we're gonna have to client dot close. And I forgot one thing, guys. I'm so sorry. Up here, we actually have to define what database we're going to add this collection to. Even though we opened up this database, right? We opened it up. We just need to define it down here. All right. This is just a safety feature. So const, we're going to make a new variable called db equals client dot db. We're just getting the database that we want to do app. Okay, that's the database that we want. And now we're gonna do db collection. We're gonna add a collection to the to do app database. So now we control save that over here. See, this is the reason why it's hanging, guys. It hasn't given us our command line back. That's because we haven't closed the connection that we had previously. We never closed it. That's why it's just hanging. It's still waiting to be closed. So I'm gonna exit off of that. Now if I go node, do it again one more time, we should get I'm gonna refresh the server. I don't know why it's doing this, but there you go. But we should get this connected to MongoDB server, and then we get our thing, an array of an object, which is just one, something to do, and then false. This is great, guys, but we are gonna add one more thing. Not add one more thing, but we're gonna actually download something, and it's gonna be a GUI for our database. All right, I'm pretty sure a lot of people aren't very comfortable with the terminal, so we're gonna do a GUI instead. And plus, if you are comfortable with the terminal, then this GUI is just great for you. It doesn't really matter. It's called Robo Mongo download. I'm gonna just do that. It's right here. Click on that. We're gonna go to download page. We're gonna download Robo 3T, and I already downloaded it, but I basically just download the OS that you have, and then just open it up. When I open it, let me see, Robo, and just next through everything, guys. Next everything. You should get up when you open this. You should get a pop-up screen. You shouldn't have this, by the way. You should not have that. You should let me actually remove this. You shouldn't have it. You should have it like this. We're gonna create one, and I'm gonna name it. Do not touch the address, because this is the port number that we want, right? And the local host is our local host. But the name, it could be anything that you want. I'm gonna just say local Mongo DB server. It's because it is a local MongoDB server. We're running it on our local machine. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna just connect to that one. As you can see, if you do connect, you got something over here. If you open up the to do app, this symbol is a database symbol. Okay, guys, this is a database symbol. If you open that up, open up collections. Remember, we did do a collection. As you could pull it up, a collection. We did a collection of to dos, right? Of to dos, and inside that to dos, we actually created a record, a doc. Okay, which is, text, something to do, completed, false, ID, this. And if you wanted to get it, it's going to be right here. You see this? You could actually just copy paste that into our terminal and then grab it, okay? So guys, that is going to be it. We could create one more if you want. Yeah, let's create one more. I'm gonna just copy all of this. actually comment. I'm gonna copy this, and then comment this out, because if we just run it again, it's going to add another one of these, and we don't want to. And this time we're gonna just do, you know, we're gonna change this. I'm gonna put my name. We're gonna put a name. G. We're gonna put age. 25. And we're gonna put a location. Texas. Control save. And if we run it on our thing right here, we got our request back. And if we go in here and actually, I'm gonna refresh it, right click refresh, go in here, collections, to-dos, we got 2 objects, name, age, and location. Great. If you have this, you have successfully connected a Node application to a MongoDB server. Next time, guys, on the next video, we are going to be fetching some data. We're going to be talking about all the different things Mongo could do. So stay tuned for that. And then after that, we're going to actually start creating our API, Node API. So stay tuned for that, guys. For real, it's going to be a great experience for you if you're new to databases and actually connecting to it. So it's going to be great experience for you guys. So I hope to see you in the next video, guys. Please consider subscribing, like or dislike, and leave a comment down below on what you want me to do, if you want me to do anything, or if there's anything I could help you in, guys. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video.